Times Magazine recently published a list created by the Secret Service that gave nicknames for presidents and other political candidates. They gave these nicknames so the Secret Service can communicate with each other without revealing who they're talking about. I decided to track down my old fellow colleagues when I was working for President Bush. I wanted to see if students were aware of their names and to see their reaction. I could not get any more information about why certain political figures had certain nicknames. For example, Paul Ryan is Bow Hunter, and President Obama is Renegade. But what I did find out is that every single person in the country does have a nickname. So, and 3/4 of which are right here in Plattsburgh. So I was able to get a couple names from back in the day when I worked for President Bush. We're going to go around and find these people. You know that recently the Secret Service has released code names for our presidents.
I don't have it.
You want to give a shot in the doc what Paul Ryan, he's not a president, but he has a code name. You want to guess what it is? Just any old nickname.
He's the young one, right?
No, I don't know.
Youngin.
Okay, Youngin. Well, actually it's Bow Hunter. Is that weird or what?
That's kind of weird.
Obama is Renegade. Do you think that's a good name for him?
What does it mean?
Obama is Renegade. Do you think that's a good code name?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I think that's pretty fitting.
That's pretty fitting. If you had a code name, what do you think yours would be?
I think mine would be Falco.
All right, what would it be?
Boss.
Definitely Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
I think so.
What about Nay?
Nay?
Nay.
Do you want to back that up with an example of why it's Sasquatch?
Well, I got a lot of flow going right now.
Nay.
So when you come in, it's like Nay's in the building?
Nay's in the building, Nay's in the building.
Well, it dates back to my mom. Her last name is Falcon, which is Spanish for falcon, and Falco is the Latin translation of it.
That's really cool. I really like your code name. However, that's not what it is. It's Cardigan.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
It's actually Canada.
That's fitting.
Yours is actually Twilight Princess.
Aww.
According to this, your code name is Loafer. I was able to track down an old colleague of mine to try and find out why we have these names. I'm Chloe from the Weekly Burghy, and I'm here with my old friend from back in the day when I worked for President Bush. This is Gertrude.
Whoa, we can't be using my my real name here. Come on, this is an amateur hour.
Right, sorry, man fist. How are the kids? The wife?
They're good. Gilderoy's doing great. Charlie's doing good. He just graduated. You know, he's living the dream, doing him.
Recently, I know there's kind of a boo-boo over on your side of the fence. Time Magazine leaked a few code names for the past presidents.
We did.
And I saw Plattsburgh was on there as well. What made us so high in priority to have code names?
Plattsburgh is actually, you know, it's a very crime-ridden town. It's a town filled with, you know, the crackheads and the drug dealers and the prohibition
so why do
smugglers. They like alcohol. You wouldn't think it's illegal up here, but some people still think it's the wrong 20s, and they move alcohol in and out of the state like it's nothing. But like we still try and crack down on it, you know.
How do you come up with these code names per se? Because I know President Obama, I think he picked his, right?
The nicknames are actually we tend to point out flaws in the people. We look at them, and you know we look for funny facial features or who they might look like, and maybe a doppelganger of some sort, you know. And we kind of work with that. And like Joe Rohn, the producer of PCV, as you might all know, we can release this information because you know he's not a criminal, but he used to be old Johnny Depp. He used to look like Johnny Depp when he had long locks and you know the glasses and the goatee. Cut his hair, so now he's just G.I. Joe because Joe Rohn, G.I. Joe, you know. So we kind of
is that not too close to the name though?
It is, but you know we keep it hidden because you know G.I. Joe. You wouldn't put one and one together. You know, Joe Rohn, G.I. Joe. You're not gonna think that we're calling G.I. Joe Joe Rohn. You know, so we try and keep him safe. You know, we try and keep everyone in Plattsburgh safe who needs it.
Where do you take the time to come up with these code names? Because it sounds like you put a lot of thought into it.
We meet about 3 times a week, at about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we work for about 48 hours, which I know 24 hours in a day, right?
Yeah.
But no, we work our butts off. You know, we work a lot. We're always making up names. It takes us about like 12 hours to think of a really good name.
Is this all like how is this being paid? Like overtime?
Tax dollars, clearly. We need, you know, we work hard, so we need to be eating, you know, surf and turf. We have Playboy strippers come by. They kind of dance around for us. We we order a lot of pay-per-view. We have a good time, and that helps us.
Get the creative
it helps,
juices
yeah,
flowing.
exactly. It helps us make those identification names way more fun, way more unique for those people, and it's a really hard job, but we keep it fun with the taxpayers, taxpayers' cash.
Okay, so after we find out how you make this very thoughtful process, do you think maybe I could see a little bit of the product? Get a hard copy?
No, I'm not gonna let you have any. We can't release that information regardless of past relationships.
I'll take what I can get then. I won't push it.
Thank you, Death Princess. It's been a real good time, but I actually have to go. CIA's calling. I got a lot of secret agent things I gotta get back to, so I'll be going.
Sweet. We may never find out why we have these nicknames or what the Secret Service is planning. This is Death Princess in Plattsburgh for the Weekly Burghy.